guys, and welcome back to Little Busters. So let's just jump right back in. Well, I was thinking of the little match girl, whom nobody had cared to help. Komari-san had told me she could never like the story. Up in a cold sky, the little girl saw a shooting star, and she remembered the words of her deceased grandmother had told her. When a star falls, it means someone has died and their soul is ascending to God. I didn't think that part had been included in the version of the little match girl I had read. That bit had probably been omitted because it was kind of hard for children to understand. The story Komari-san told me must have been the unabridged version. Souls ascending to God. I imagined in my mind how, unbeknownst to the little girl, the soul which ascended to the heaven at that time was hers. And it didn't matter how beautiful and warm what she saw right at her last moment was, or even if she passed away with a smile. If the story were a happy one, nobody would look upon what happened to her with pity. In other words, the story was a sad one. There was no one who even tried to help her out. Then I would help her. I would give a helping hand to that girl whom nobody had even er uh dying to pay attention to. I guess. I would create a story like that. Yeah. That was what Takuya-san had left undone. I really wished everything that was sad in reality could just disappear. But I knew that was impossible, so I would be the one to help. Can I really do it? I took a look at the picture book Takuya-san had drawn. The cover had gotten all wet, and so had the sheets within. However, Takuya-san's signature on the cover was still clear, because it was written with oil-based ink. The sign was unrefutable proof of who had created the book. I wonder, was he already preparing for death when he was making the book? Komari-san said it was painful to be forgotten. Is that really what he had wanted to tell her? That doubt passed through my mind. That was a book, or this was a book, that Takuya-san had finished on his deathbed, worrying about his little sister. This was a book just for her. Could that kind of book really be about nothing but sadness? I picked up the book again and began reading it. Although the book was wet and somewhat blurred, it was still readable. At least the chicken remembered the egg. It did remember. I applied the story to what was going on with Komari-san, the chicken and the egg, and a spiral of forgetting. This is... I recalled what Kojiro-san had said. Takuya-san may have known, or might have known, what had happened between Kojiro-san's wife and the other Komari-san, and he had been hoping his little sister wouldn't turn out like her. I've got it. I thought I had finally managed to figure out what Takuya-san's had wished to convey to her. What I am going to do is the right thing. I must believe that and push forward. All right, I motivated myself by uttering the magic words, for the sake of Komari-san, who had taught me those words. And speaking of Komari-san, what is she doing right now? The image of her crying came uninvited to my mind. I made a phone call to her. The phone you are calling is switched off or out of service. I got an automated message. Out of service. I felt a shiver run through my spine. I called Rin's number.
なんだ
What? Rin, do you know where Komari-san is?
小まりちゃんなら寝て
She's
る
sleeping. Huh?
心配だったから見に来て
I was worried, so I came to see her. Oh, okay. Seems that Rin had been concerned about Komari-san too, and had gone to visit her room.
リキ今の小まりちゃんは
Oh,
絶対変だ
sorry, Riki, she's definitely acting weird.
どうしてこんなことになってるん
What's
だ
going on with her? Sorry, I should tell you. I told her all I knew.
そんなの
That's terrible.
小まりちゃんがかわいそうじゃな
I'm
いか
so sorry for her. I couldn't say anything back to her.
どうにかできるのか
Is there any way to help her out? Yeah, I'm going to do something about it. So can you please take care of her for a while longer?
うん
She didn't answer. Rin?
リキ小まりちゃんは仲良しなんだ
Riki, she's a really important person to me.
でも 私にはどうしていいかわから
But
な
I
い。
don't know what to do.
だから
So,
絶対なんとかしてあげてくれ。
promise me you'll get her back to normal somehow. Yeah, I hung up the phone. All that was left for me, to give it my best shot. I was going to do what nobody had been able to. I went and bought the materials I needed. I was going to create a picture book. Its title? The Little Match Girl. I was going to take that sad story and save it. I had already decided on the plot. All the work left to do was draw it. Oh! I had barely even drawn a picture before in my life. I should have bought a how-to book on drawing or something, too. In the first place, I barely remembered the story of the little match girl itself. There was a notebook under Takuya-san's picture book. It was the picture book Komari-san had made. I thought I should use her work as a reference. As for the story, that I needed to compose on my own. To begin with, it'd be pointless to just make a copy of the original story. I started by making a rough sketch. I felt crestfallen to see how awful I was at drawing. I erased my lines again and again, until the paper was all messy. However, the more I drew, the better my work gradually got. And then the draft was finished. There was one blank page left over. Well, there were many books that had blank pages at the end. I traced the letters with a felt-tip pen and moved on to coloring the pictures. I haven't used watercolors since elementary school. I contemplated on that while putting the colors onto the palette. Trying to draw myself made me impressed anew at how great Takuya-san's work was. It was simply that I didn't have any talent for this. It didn't matter how bad I was at painting, though. This was something I had to do. Boop-a-doop. Whoa! Apparently I had fallen asleep without realizing. It was already morning. Huh? A blanket had been drawn over my shoulders, and there were 3 rice balls and a note on the table. You shouldn't cut class, Masato. I'm unable to assist you, but I'm unable to assist you, but I wish you best of luck. Kengo. I think your work looks great, Kyosuke. I have to keep going. I thanked them all silently in my mind as I readied myself for work again. Done. The next morning I was finished with coloring. All I had left to do was bind the papers together with a stapler. I went over all I had drawn, and compared it with Takuya-san's story. Even though the colors of his work had faded, and it had been soaked by rain, it still looks much better than mine. The work that he created for his little sister on his sick bed, and the one that I had created overnight. Anybody could tell his was far superior. Nevertheless, I was sure that the strength of my feelings for Komari-san was equal to his. Although I might not be able to make it by myself, I believed he also surely would have been hoping she would smile again. And then, before I realized it, I had fallen asleep again. On the rooftop, the sun was bright in the sky. I was waiting. Could I release Komari-san from the chains that were binding her? Takuya-san, please let me borrow just a fragment of the strength of your feelings for her. I addressed my words to the picture book he had made, and I closed my eyes as I continued to wait. Boop-a-doop. A few minutes later I heard the bell ring. It meant that the one I had been waiting for would be coming up here shortly.
お兄ちゃん、やっ
Komari-san had arrived.
ぱりお兄ちゃん
It
だ。
is Oni-chan! She ran up to me. Komari-san.
何？
What? You have to stop running away. Your brother is Takuya-san, not me. I am Naoe Riki. I am not Takuya-san. Look, it's the picture book he made. The cover's crumpled up from the water, but you can still see his name on it, can't you?
じゃあ
Then,
どこにいるの？
where can I find him? You can't find him. Anywhere.
だっていなくならないって
But
言っ
he
た。
promised he would never leave me behind. Even so, you can't. I can only imagine how painful it must be to accept that. But it's the truth. She fell to her knees.
じゃ
Then,
あもう作ってもらえない
even though he won't ever make me another book,
の？汚しちゃった
I ruined it.
絵本。大事だった
I
のに
ruined that precious book
汚しちゃった
myself.
よ。ああ、やだよ。来
I can't stand this dream anymore. Komari-san, you are in the real world. Your brother used to be here, but he no longer is. And you need to accept the sorrow of that, because I want to help you. Here, take it. I took her hand and put my book in it.
これ、
Is this? She opened it.
お兄ちゃん。
Did Oni-chan make it? No. I can't do it as well as he does. And I don't presume to say my feelings are stronger than his. I just want you to know that I made it in order to save you from sadness. I, Noeriki, made it just for you, Komari-san. This is not a dream, and there are lots of sad things around. You told me how sad it was that the chicken and the chick kept forgetting their pasts, but you're wrong. That's not what Takuya-san wanted to tell you. They kept forgetting because they are sad. They think it's sad that they can't get back the past. That's why they forget. However, there's no end to it. That's not a good thing. It definitely needs to stop. They will have to accept it someday. Hence, the chicken, at the end, remembers the time when it was an egg. He wanted you, like the chicken, when you grow up, to be able to accept the sad things. That book which he drew contains the hope he always had. That's what I think. Komari-san, he's gone. But I am here. Now Eriki is here. When you are sad, why don't we go find a lot more nice things together? You do have eyes that can find any number of them. And I promise I'll be by your side to smile when you're sad. I promise I'll bring you way more happy things than sad ones. So, show me your smile. Whoopsie. I forgot with this one I can't right click to make it go away. They didn't stop. Like you did before. Tears kept rolling down my cheeks. I love to see you smiling. They just wouldn't stop. If you give me a smile, I'll smile even more. I knew I was supposed to smile. Then you can give me an even greater smile, right? But words just kept on coming out of my mouth. Please, smile. Now I could tell. My feelings for her and Takuya-san's, they had overlapped. I wondered if through my body I could transmit them to her. Don't look away. Open your eyes. Komari, I'm sure you will be okay from now on. And once again, I want your smile to shine like the sun. Komari, my beloved Komari. If, after your tears, you can smile again, always stay smiling.
リキくん、ここにいるのは
Riki-kun?
リキく
I'm with Riki-kun. Yes.
ん。泣いているのもリキ
And
くん。
Riki-kun is crying. Yes.
ごめんね。
I'm sorry.
私、
I made you cry.
リキくん泣かせちゃったね。それって
That makes me
悲
sad.
しい。私がいつまでも泣いてたら、お兄ちゃんだって悲しいんだ。
If I were to keep crying, Oni-chan wouldn't be able to stop worrying about me.
お兄ちゃんいないの
It's sad he's gone.
悲しいけど、リキくんが笑ってくれるんだ。
But if you're here to smile for me,
きっと大丈夫ってね。
I'm sure it's all going to be alright.
悲しいことはなくなら
I
ない
can't
で。
avoid becoming sad,
はい。素敵なもの見つ
but
け
I
られる。
could find a lot of awesome things.
リキくんと一緒ならきっと見つけられる。
As long as I'm with you, Riki-kun, I'm sure I can find them. She answered me, and then she smiled.
素敵なこといっぱい探そう。
Let's find nice things together. Sure.
またいつか二人で綺麗な湖
I
を
want to go see that beautiful lake with you again.
いつかの冬の寒い日にもね。
I want to go see shooting stars on a winter day again with you.
甘いものも二人で一緒に
I
食
want
べ
to
よう。
eat sweets again with you.
他にもいっぱい
Those
いっぱい。
and a lot more things. Let's go look for nice things together. I'm sure you can find them as well, Riki-kun. Riki-kun. Riki-kun, you have shown me a final dream. It was a most wondrous dream. Riki-kun, you can do so many things better than me. But it might be possible for me to do something great as well. Please grant those ending worlds their final dreams. You are my star, Riki-kun, so I know my wish will be granted. My third wish. May your eyes grow a little better, only a little better, so you may see all the many nice things out there. I can no longer see him again, but thank you, my beloved.
お兄ちゃん、今までごめんなさい。
Oni-chan, I am so sorry I've kept you worrying about me until now.
でももう大丈夫。
But I am alright now.
私はきっと
I know I'm alright.
大丈夫。教えてくれた人がいるから。
Because a certain someone told me so.
きっと私だって笑っていられると思います。
And I am sure even now I can smile.
お兄ちゃんがいないって分かっても
Even though I have finally realized you are gone.
悲しいことがいっぱいあっていっぱい泣いても
And there are so many sad things out there that may make me cry.
きっとその後に笑っていられると思いま
I am
す。
sure that after them, I'll be able to smile yet again. One sunny holiday, I was walking down a street. Riki-kun was by my side. The two of us were going out.
緊張するな。
Oh, I'm so nervous. He had said he wanted me to meet someone, but he didn't tell me who it was. Well, you don't have to be.
誰かわからないのは緊張す
How could I not? I don't even know who I'm going to meet. Actually, you do know them.
るよ。
I tried to puzzle it down, but I still had no idea. What if they were family?
あれ、リ
What?
キくん、もしかして私のお父さんお母さんで
Are
すか
we going to see my father and mother?
それ、いくらなんでもまだ早すぎるし、私たちまだ学生だし、リキくんと一緒になりますとか言えないし、でも結婚とかしてみたいし。
I think it's too early to do that. We are still students and you can't tell them we're getting married yet, but I do want to marry you. No, we're not. But I'm ready to meet your parents if you're really serious about wanting to marry me.
したいけど違う。
I am, but I'm not. No, I totally self-destructed. Well, there's still a long way to go.
先ならするの結婚。
Until the time when we're going to marry? Eh? Well, I guess. I poked him back a little as a payback for the fact he was always teasing me. I gazed into his face with a grin, and he looked away embarrassed. Talking with him like this was the most enjoyable thing in the world. It was fun, and made me happy.
そうだ。
Oh, I almost forgot. She looks so cute. Oh,
これ、
here. I took out the picture book that always accompanied me. It was the one Riki-kun had written for me. You didn't have to bring that along.
大事なものだもん。
This is something precious to me.
と、ずっと持って
I'm
るよ。
going to keep it with me for life.
最後のページね。書き足してみたんだ。
I tried doing something with the last page, by the way. Eh?
最後のページなかったし、おしまいってついてなかったから。
I mean, the page was blank and the story didn't seem like it was over.
最後は私が作ってみま
So
し
I
た。
added the final bit. Let me see. I showed him the last page. She disappeared, huh? Yes.
でもね、
It's a little bit
少し
sad,
悲しいけど、それはきっと、いい終わり方な
but
の。
I believe it's a good ending.
悲しいだけじゃないから。
Because it's not only sad. The phantom of her grandmother faded away at the end, and the girl was left alone. After that, she nevertheless found a great many wonderful things and lived her life. Well, I guess that was it, guys, for Komari's good ending. I know this was a little bit longer than most of my episodes on this, but I had to because it was so close to the ending. Next time that I record Little Busters, I'm going to start on the bad ending for Komari, and then that will be it for this time around. So after I do the bad end for Komari, I'm gonna switch back over to Clannad for 2 more routes and then come back to this. So that's the plan, guys. And enjoy uh the credits, I guess. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what to say now. This is such a good game though. Um if you haven't seen the anime, you should totally go see it. Unless you don't want to spoil the ending for yourself if you're watching the playthrough. And yeah, I don't know. But the anime is so good too. Cats. I don't know why, but cats. Okay. Anyways, I think I'm just gonna cut it here, and if there's anything after the credits, I will add that in. So, if you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up down below. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!